Hello everyone, this is Colin once again. I'm making this video, well actually, that's too formal. First and foremost, let me thank you all for your support, and I wish to thank you all a great New Year, Happy New Year. Let's see here, it's 5:56 where I am right now, and so New Year's Eve is approaching, and I hope you all have a great New Year. Okay, so now that we've gotten through that part, let's get back to the formalities. Hello everyone, this is Colin once again, and I'm making this video because I watched two of Ahmadsquran3's newest videos. Was Muhammad Possessed? Parts A and B. And, you know, I watched both his videos with an open mind as best as I could. That was in itself a task, but I figure if I'm going to refute this guy's videos, I should actually watch them with an open mind. I would of course ask the same thing for his subscribers when they watch my videos. Of course, I find that that's sort of a tall order for them as well. But having said that, I noticed a couple new things. Let's talk about Ahmadsquran3 before I actually jump into his two newest videos. I noticed a couple things. One, I noticed that another user on YouTube started calling Ahmadsquran3 out on his crap, and specifically was calling him a Silas copycat. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the reference Silas copycat is in reference to the fact that I myself, and apparently this viewer also caught on to it, that Ahmadsquran3 word for word plagiarizes from AnsweringIslam.org. In other words, what he'll do is he will record his video, and all he'll be doing is reading off of the articles from AnsweringIslam.org, and he might change some of the words around, or he might take some of the paragraphs out of order. But essentially, that's pretty much what someone does when they cheat off of a website when writing an essay. It's pretty classic. For those of you who are familiar with childlike tactics, when students try and plagiarize for their essays, they will literally hijack things from other sources, change the wording around a little bit, or the paragraphs around, but essentially that is a very cheap way of trying to get away with plagiarism. And ironically enough, this is what we have Ahmadsquran3 doing. Now, for those of you who like Ahmadsquran3, and for those of you who might think I'm being too harsh, or that I'm talking out of thin air here and I don't actually have any proof, I'm going to put into the description section a link to my video called Hater Exposed, where I actually exposed the fact that he was doing this. Now, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one on YouTube who has caught on to this. I'm glad that there are other people who called him out on his crap, and if you go to his channel and you look at the comments section, you'll find that he doesn't actually deny this. He admits that he is actually, well, I was about to give him too much credit. He actually doesn't admit that he's plagiarizing, but he says that he and Silas are coming to the same conclusions, that therefore they must be just coming to the same conclusions. In fact, he says that if he were to tell you that there are 365 days in a year, and someone else were to tell you that there are 365 days in a year, that's not really plagiarism, that's common knowledge. Well, I would agree with him on that, except that if someone were to write an article about the nature of a whole year, and then you came along and literally took their article's words about 365 days in a year and said that it was your material, or tried to pass it on like it was your material, you'd be a plagiarizing person, now wouldn't you? So really, it's not the fact that you happen to be saying the same words. The fact is that you are literally reading off of the same material as AnsweringIslam.org. And as I said in my other video where I exposed Ahmadsquran3 on this same subject, I said that, okay, well, now that we know that Ahmadsquran3 is getting his material from AnsweringIslam.org, the website AnsweringChristianity.com refutes AnsweringIslam.org. And I will be posting the articles in the description section, 2 articles that refute all of his points in his 2-part video, Was Muhammad Possessed? And that brings me to my second item here. So I listened to Ahmadsquran3's 2 videos, and then I went to AnsweringIslam.org and looked up the articles written by Sam Shimon. So now it looks like Ahmadsquran3 is not just hijacking and plagiarizing from the author Silas from AnsweringIslam.org. Now he's actually plagiarizing from Sam Shimon himself, who runs AnsweringIslam.org. And he used Sam Shamoun's articles. Now, how do I know this? Because not only did I read Sam Shamoun's articles, and found that there were, in many instances, where Ahmadsquran3 is like basically reading off of the article, and I'll illustrate this by posting Answering Christianity's refutations, because Answering Christianity, what they do is they post Sam Shamoun's article, then they post their response to each key point in Sam Shamoun's original article. So when you read it, first watch Ahmadsquran3's videos, only if you want to. I don't want to force anyone, but if you want to take my word for it, that's fine. But if you want to actually waste your time, please watch his videos and then see what I'm talking about. And I'll give you a hint. For an example, I think it's part 2 of his video, he makes the reference to Tabari's histories, and he literally words the information about the Caliph Abu Bakr the same way that Sam Shamoun words it in his article. So, the point is this, is that, really, this makes my job easier, because here I thought I was going to have to make a totally independent video, refuting his points, about was Muhammad possessed, and then I come to find out that he's just plagiarizing from AnsweringIslam.org, so all I have to do is give you folks the references and the links to, Answering Christianity, and that just refutes both of his videos. Now, he said at the conclusion of his part B, that he encouraged people, Muslims, to ask their religious leaders about the topics he presented. And the first one was about Muhammad being possessed. The second one was about the Satanic verses. I would never waste an imam's time with this garbage. I would not even waste his time, especially when we have the brilliant authors from Answering Christianity who have refuted Sam Shamoun and have thus refuted Ahmadsquran3. So I don't need to waste a sheikh's time with this trash. Now, as far as the Satanic verses go, I'm going to post the video that I did on the Satanic verses, and also Ikra Productions' video, which totally refutes the idea of the Satanic verses. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just don't understand how many times we have to tell these haters that the Satanic verses has no merit at all whatsoever and is based on totally fabricated, weak, unauthentic sources. I don't understand how many times we have to say it. But I know it's getting through to some people because I know that not everyone is a bunch of blind sheep. But I will post my video to the Satanic verses, which actually refuted Ahmadsquran3, and the video to Ikra Productions, which also refutes the idea of the Satanic verses. So therefore, really, to refute all of his points, they're going to be in the description section of my video here. So, really, I want to thank Ahmadsquran3 for making this very easy for me. And for anyone else who's basically just has to Google some of the key phrases he uses, up pops AnsweringIslam.org. What do you know? So thank you everyone for watching. Have a happy new year to all my subscribers, my friends, family, and especially to the bigots out there. I want to thank you as well. I hope you have a happy new year, and I hope that I would actually like to take sort of the theme of what Ahmadsquran3 was kind of getting at the end of his video when he encouraged people to do their own research. Please do your own research. Don't just watch my videos. Don't just watch his videos. I've said this countless times in my other videos, but do your own research based on authentic sources and do not believe in rehashed, plagiarized garbage. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace be with you all.